It's a G life, swerving in a G ride. Who bang, homie, clutching on the 4-5. Don't ever slip, cause you do, boy, that lead flies. Cause at the bottom we stay hunting in that moonlight. You hear the click, you hear the bang when we pass by. This ain't a game fool, the riders really earn stripe. That's on the gang fool, forever on that main line. And it's a thin line, so homie better act right. We keep it active, really active up on this side. You hear the whistle as they're throwing up their gang signs. The crime rate in the hood always stays high. Banging for the Barrio Trese for the one time. We stay posted, drinking till the sunrise. We stay posted, drinking till the sunrise. It's that G life, swerving in the G ride. Who bang, homie, clutching on that 4-5. Don't ever slip, cause you do, boy, that lead flies. Cause at the bottom
G-File.
Alright, right here, one of the barrios that you have right here, when we're talking about Compton, heading into Compton, but like somewhat still in South Central, because this neighborhood is located in both sides. So they're located in several places. They're located in the west, they're located in Compton, they're located in South Central, they're located in the harbor area. This neighborhood is located in several different locations, and it's the Barrio Trese. Now the Barrio Trese is roughly it used to be a larger neighborhood before. It's a lot more smaller now than it was then. But you know, I was told that it's roughly a few hundred members. And they were around already since the 1970s is when this neighborhood was established on El Segundo Boulevard and Main Street by South LA. And they also have, like I said, click that heads into Compton. That's why we're covering it right here. Compton Vario Trese is how you even see it written sometimes. And this neighborhood is definitely with the business. You know what I mean? They're well known already right there, even by law enforcement. You know, at one point they were giving law enforcement a hard time. We're talking about the early 20s. They were giving law enforcement a hard time, with all these sweeps that they were doing on them. They were in the mix, homie. They were making movidas. But yeah, the Barrio Trese is definitely a well-known neighborhood, and not to be confused with Barrio Trese. This is Barrio Trese with a B, and be holding it down right there, representing for theirs and putting their barrio up on the map. But that's what's up with the B13 right there. Another neighborhood that you have right here is the 124th Street. Compton Vario 124th Street is a neighborhood that's right here located on 124th Street. Roughly a small neighborhood, one of the smallest neighborhoods in Compton. You know what I mean? They were never a large neighborhood. Hence, you know, their territory, you know, roughly small. With it being jam-packed full of so many neighborhoods right there. And not just last time, we're also talking about like a lot of crib sets and all that. You know, just makes recruitment a lot harder. But nonetheless, homie, this neighborhood has its rioters, its down homies that be representing for theirs, and that be holding it down. You feel me? And I know that there's gonna be haters, cause haters always come. But I'm here to tell you that with my own eyes, I seen that they're still around. They still be doing their thing. You feel me? And representing right there for theirs. You feel me? Shout out to the homie Clever and Gunner out of the 124th Street neighborhood right there, representing and holding it down for theirs. But shout out to all the homies from 124th. Also, right here, located in Compton, you have another one of the more smaller sets out of Compton. You have the Compton Vario 117th Street. So that's that 117 neighborhood. You feel me? Now, 117th Street is located on the east of Compton. Is where you can find this neighborhood. They're located what's between Compton Avenue and Wilmington. So in the middle was their neighborhood. Kind of, I guess you could say that that's the Carver Park Compton Cribs. So they have to share. You know what? A majority of these neighborhoods have to share their neighborhoods with the Cribs. That's just how it is. There's a lot of crib neighborhoods in Compton as well. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure everyone knows. So you know what I mean? Their neighborhood has roughly always been small, you know, due to the fact that there wasn't that much raza that was there. You feel me? But you know, they did get kind of deep, you know, roughly around the 90s. You know, they grew pretty good in size, but roughly always remain as one of the more smaller hoods in Compton, like 124th Street. But nonetheless, homie, don't ever get it twisted. Don't ever get it confused. 117th Street is definitely with the business. They got their riders, their homies that be holding it down right there. You know, I know people like to look at them more smaller neighborhoods and like you know, that they could just come and walk all over it. But you know, all it takes is for one time for them to catch you, and that's it, homie. All the insults never even mattered. You know what I mean? All it just takes is 1 second and one time. That's it. So they be holding it down right there and representing for there. Shout out to the homie Ghost from 117th Street, representing for their barrio right there and holding it down. Now, right here, also located in the east of Compton, you have one of the most notorious neighborhoods in this area. One of the neighborhoods that you definitely hear about, the one that does not play around. These guys are well connected, well rooted into the community. You have the Barrio Compton Vario 70s. Now, Compton Vario 70s or 60s is one of the more larger neighborhoods out of Compton. These guys are definitely with the business, homie. These guys don't play around. You feel me? They have roughly more than about 400 members, I was told. And this neighborhood has already been around since the 70s, hence where they get their name from. Compton Vario 70s, 60s. And their neighborhood is right there. What's Alameda Street, stretched out all the way to Alondra to Compton Boulevard. So that area is what is known as the Compton Vario 60s. And Compton Vario 60s, seems to be like going at it with a gang of neighborhoods, and a lot of Pyrus and Cripses and Homeboys, and man, they be crazy. But this neighborhood is large and has enough members to combat these neighborhoods. You know what I mean? So it ain't no biggie. These guys are definitely with the business. They get it on and cracking, homie. You know what I mean? And they definitely be holding it down right there. These guys ain't no chumps, ain't no pushovers. They do have their riders that have been holding it down right there, and continue to do so, still stronger than ever, even with everything that the city has thrown at them. The Barrio still maintains and still functions as such, and still be right there representing. You know what I mean? Shout out to the homie Creeper from 60s, firme camarada. Shout out to Indio, and shout out to all the homies from 60 that be right there representing and holding it down for theirs. Another neighborhood located right here in Compton is the Barrio 132nd Street. Now, Barrio Compton 132nd Street is located on the west side of Compton. I know most of the sets are in the east side of Compton, but this is one of the ones that's located on the west side of Compton. You feel me? And the 132nd Street neighborhood is a decent sized neighborhood. It's not a large neighborhood. It's not a small neighborhood. It's just a decent sized neighborhood. You know what I mean? And you can find them on 132nd Street, and you can also find them right there on Wilmington Avenue. So basically, their neighborhood is located where the Carver Park Compton Crips is at, because their neighborhoods overlaps, with theirs. Like I said, it's so jam-packed full of neighborhoods right here, not only Hispanic, but also Crip neighborhoods that, you're going to have neighborhoods that have to share territory. You feel me? Hence why there's a lot of beef between Raza neighborhoods and African American neighborhoods up on this side. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's just a danger zone, homie. It's just jam packed full of different barrios in these areas. You get what I mean? It is no different right here with the 132nd Street. You know what I mean? And yeah, they be holding it down right there, still to this day, representing. These guys ain't no chumps, ain't no pushovers. You know what I mean? They definitely have their riders. You do hear about this barrio. You get what I mean? They do be putting it on the map and representing for theirs, and still to this day, right there, putting it down for their barrio. But that's what's up with the Compton 132nd Street right there. Now, another neighborhood that you have right here in Compton, you have the Compton Vario Locos. Now, the Compton Barrio Locos is a neighborhood that has already been established right here since the 80s. Roughly one of the more smaller hoods is on the east side of Compton. His neighborhood is, roughly small because, they do have to share it with the Pocket Hood Compton Crips and the Fruittown Pyrus. Since their neighborhood stays really close right there. But even though they don't have they're more, one of the more smaller neighborhoods, and their territory is not that large, they do actually have like a large portion of members. You know what I mean? Even though it's, small compared to the rest of the hoods, it's still a large hood if we're talking about overall. You know what I mean? Because they do have several cliques like the Gangsters, Pee-wees, Boggles, and and so on and so on. And this neighborhood tends to use the St. Louis, the Cardinals, the hat. You know what I mean? For the Locos, the LS. Not only that, this neighborhood tends to wear also red. Red is the color that they choose to red, kind of like Culver City and a few other neighborhoods.
You know what I mean? And now I was told that this is the same neighborhood as Westside Locos. So Westside Locos and Compton Barrio Locos is the same neighborhood. You know, well, different neighborhoods, but the same family. You know what I mean? So they're one united family, just separate hoods. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's an interesting fact right there about them. But like I said, Compton Vario Locos has been holding it down right here, representing. These guys ain't no chumps, ain't no pushovers. These guys definitely put their Vario on the map and they hold it down right there, homie. Still for their Vario and, you know, definitely be kicking it up, homie. But that's what's up with the Compton Vario Locos right there.